So I don't know if it's just me or my radar. Had to get a refill. But I really feel like Tia Mowry, if I pronounced that right, I really feel like she is going to be the most iconic lesbian.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Cory Hardrick is a class act, and I want black men to pay attention. No matter how dirty somebody, and when I say somebody, I mean some woman, preferably an ex or a baby mama or an ex-wife, gets with you or behaves towards you, you should do your best to respond in a nonchalant, professional manner. And this is what happened with Cory Hardrick. Once October 2022 hit and Tia Mowry announced a divorce, Cory Hardrick looked guilty. Black women from all over attacked him. They came after him. They blamed him for all of the issues. And they looked at Tia Mowry as if she was telling the truth. And imagine you being assaulted every day online, people talking about you in the blogs. You've just lost your wife. You've just lost the access to your family. And then people believe that it's your fault. But still in all, you remain humble because you love your ex-wife more than she loves herself and her family. And despite the fact that your ex-wife wants to be the world's #1 single mom and to help other women out there become the #1 single mom that don't need no man,
stop the cap.
You still remain humble. And you know what? God starts blessing you. You see, as the old folks say, time bring about a change. And some of the old folk used to always say, hold your peace, let the Lord fight your battle. And that's exactly what Cory Hardrick did. He didn't get mad. He didn't get angry. He stayed back and allowed Tia Mowry to do what she does best, expose herself. Let's get back to these black women. Remember, these black women were probably initially on the side of Tia Mowry and were anti-Cory Hardrick until they start noticing something very different.
So I don't know if it's just me or my radar. Had to get a refill. But I really feel like Tia Mowry, if I pronounced that right, I really feel like she is going to be the most iconic lesbian. Hear me out, hear me out. She said she only explored in every avenue with Cory. She didn't really get to know or taste or, like what she really wants. There's just something in my spirit that is just like, she likes women, okay? She likes women. And that's not to say that she never loved her husband, because you know how certain people are. She didn't know. But I really feel like if she goes down that avenue, it's going to be it for her. It's going to be it for sis.
Shout out to that sister. Yeah, because Tia Mowry is acting so weird to this black woman, she might as well be a lesbian according to her. Because, well, she's acting so erratic that no man would want her. So, hey, round of applause for Cory Hardrick. He seems to have gotten it right. And then this other beautiful sister who really comes after Tia Mowry.
Look at Tia Mowry. She chose her temporary happiness over her family, and now she's online and on her TV show crying about how lonely she is, how much she wish somebody would hold her. She chose her happiness over her family. And that temporary happiness has you sliding down a wall, probably regretting and wishing you weren't going off of your impulses and your just ego getting involved and just being ungrateful. Too many women will ruin their families, break up their families for their temporary happiness, and not think about what the family needs, what your children need. You're upset with your husband right now. You're going through a rough patch. This might be a rough year. Do you just walk away and leave your family and break up your family? No. But when you have friends and you think that you are somebody telling you, girl, you could do better, and whatever better means, that's always questionable. It's always questionable. But women initiate divorce way more than men, because I feel like we put our temporary happiness over the family, and our children suffer every single time.
Now, what the sister is saying is so for real. You know, in relationships or businesses, a lot of this is about love and dedication, you know, to your partner or to your industry or to your company or to your employees. And it's very easy to quit because you don't think that things are going your way. But in reality, Tia Mowry broke up her own family to be happy, only to end up being more miserable. And this lady here is pretty much saying like, whoa, you had a good man, in so many words. Like, do you know how many women, black women in particular, would love to have a man like Cory Hardrick, but you wanted to break up with him to become more happy and then put yourself first, at the same time hurting your family?
This might just be me being too nosy because I am nosy. But I wish Tia Mowry would stop this I just got a divorce press tour. I'm divorced press tour. If she's not gonna tell us why she got a divorce. Okay, why did you leave the man? That's what we want to know. Why did you leave the man? I feel like every interview is just talking about nothing. Like, it just is giving boring. It's like when they first broke up, there were some subliminals, on social media that gave that maybe it was the fact that she wanted a man that could provide for her. Maybe he wasn't fulfilling his, manly duties. I don't know. But like, girl, tell us why you got a divorce. Tell us. Because we want to know. Every interview is you talking about getting divorced and talking in circles about why you got divorced, but you ain't telling us why you got divorced. Okay, I don't want to see another interview. Spill the tea. Spill the freaking tea so we could talk about it, so I can make a video. Okay, like, what happened? What happened? And spill the tea on your sister. Why aren't y'all friends? Why y'all mad at each other? Like, what is it? What is it? Okay.
Now, shout out to that beautiful sister. Stop the show. She was quite chocolate and delicious. Wait till I get paid, baby. Shout out to Kiara Jackson. The title of her video was Tia Mowry, Go Get Your Husband Back. And she makes a good point. Why did you break up with him? We would like to know why, because you've never told us. Is he a cheater? Is he a liar? Is he abusive towards you? Oh, he's none of those things. That's right. So you just let a good husband go away because of your own silly ideas.
I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. However, Tia has her own reality show. She's talking about her life with her family or her life after divorcee. She starts talking about her and Tamara's relationship. She starts saying how her and Tamara no longer have a relationship, or they don't have the same relationship that they once had. Like, you were listening to her, but you're like, she really still ain't saying nothing. And I don't understand why are you still talking about this situation? Like, why are you still talking? The people that she's talking about, they don't talk that much about her. I think Cory might have opened up like one time, if that. But he doesn't seem to talk about her that much. But she's also saying a whole lot of nothing. Like, I listen to her and I'm not hearing whatever she's talking about. The only thing I get when I hear Tia speak on her past marriage and hear her speaking on Tamara, who's really not saying anything about her, is that girlfriend says a whole lot of nothing.
So this is a sister also who's noticing some of the same things that men have noticed. First of all, you're talking about this guy. He's not ever mentioning you, ever. You divorced him, you left him, but he doesn't mention you at all. And then also, why is it that everything that you talk about is always I, me, I, me, but you're the person that is seeking for a relationship? You're talking about men are trash, but you have no ability to compromise or to work with the man. And that is very evident in your behavior. And third of all, when you do say something, it's not making a lot of sense.
Got him!
You're talking about things that don't make sense. Literally, if you listen to the Tia Mowry, reality show, you're going to find out that she has no idea about what she's talking about at all. And the women tend to, be a little bit more liberal towards women in this situation, but even they can't make light of it because it just doesn't make sense. And it seems very selfish for a woman to act like that with a man that appears to have no fault in the story.
Yeah, I'm one of Tia Mowry's biggest advocates, but after watching her show, I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't judge a couple quickly like that, like I did. I immediately thought Cory was an asshole. I immediately thought he was the problem. Immediately. I knew, I was like, yeah, it gotta be him, because you see how he was in that interview? But after watching the show, I was like, oh my God, she may be just a little overwhelming. Right? Like, maybe he just gotta, take a stand for herself. Cause child, yeah. I mean, I have no words. I have no more.
Shout out to this sister also. She's admitting, I'm one of Tia Mowry's biggest advocates. I thought Cory Hardrick was in the wrong. But, yeah, he might not have been wrong. And I kind of think that Tia Mowry is hard to deal with. Because Tia Mowry is hard to deal with, and I'm noticing something. A lot of women are starting to understand that, it's not always the man's fault. And don't get me wrong, it is the man's fault. At times, it could be the man's fault 50% of the time, or it could even be 40%, or it could be 80%, depending on the situation. But they now understand that, hey, listen, there is another side of every story, and that you also have women that are making big mistakes, and we can see it by how they act, and now we're second doubting them because of their behavior. So damn, I owe Cory Hardrick an apology. Let me say this in closing. Guys, always try to do what Michelle Obama said. It's the only thing I've ever agreed with her at all. When they go low, we go high. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Usher D. Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.